class. Today we're going to learn how to figure out your paycheck if you are a worker who gets paid by piecework. Now, piecework is exactly what it sounds. You are a worker receiving a specified amount of money for each item of work that you complete. So if you make rocking chairs for a living, then you might get paid a set amount per rocking chair that you complete and then you sell. That's how the piecework works. So your total pay, we still call that the gross pay, is going to be whatever rate you make per item, and you're going to multiply that by the number of items produced. So if you are a rocking chair maker and you make $120 per rocking chair and you make 5 rocking chairs, then that's going to give you a gross pay of $600 because you're paid by the piece of or as many rocking chairs as you make. You're not paid by the hour, you're not paid a salary, you're paid by the number of pieces that you create. All right, so Marcy makes hair bows for a local children's store. For each bow she completes, she makes $3.50. Last week she made 35 bows. How much was her compensation? So she's going to make a total pay by her rate, which was $3.50 per bow, and she completed 35 bows altogether, which means that her total pay will equal $122.50. Nice and simple. Take the rate times the number of items. All right, let's look at example 2. Example 2 is Richie sells 2 different style doors at the home warehouse. For each storm door he sells, he receives $25. For each screen door he sells, he receives $18. Last week, Richie was compensated a total of $233, and he sold a total of 11 doors. How many of each door did he sell? All right, so this time we have 2 different doors here. So this is going to definitely put us into an algebra component with 2 different variables. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by defining my variables so that I know what's going on in the problem. So I'm going to use the variable M to represent storm door, and I'm going to represent N to represent screen door. All right, now let's pull parts of the problem together. It says he sold a total of 11 doors. So that means so many storm doors plus the screen doors totaled 11. So maybe he sold 6 and 5, or he sold 3 and 8. So what we've got to do is we've got to figure that out. Now when I have 2 different variables in there, I'm going to need a second equation to help me do this problem. So I'm going to go back to this problem and look at the price for each. So for the storm doors, he gets paid $25 each. So that means 25 times M plus. For the screen doors, he gets paid 18. So that's going to be 18 for the screen is going to give us a total of $233. All right, now from Algebra 1, you'll remember concepts with solving equations with 2 variables by either using elimination or by using substitution. Now it doesn't matter which method that you use, but I'm going to do this one by substitution. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first equation here. So I've got 1 equation, I got 2. I'm going to take the first equation and I'm going to manipulate it. I'm going to solve for either the M or the N at this point. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to rearrange this and get N by itself. So I'm going to say N is equal to 11 minus the number of storm doors. So then I'm going to go into the second equation, and anywhere I see an n, I'm going to replace it with 11 minus m. So that's going to give me a new equation of 25m plus 18 times, instead of n, I'm going to replace that with 11 minus m, is equal to 233. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of algebra here. Distribute the 18 to both numbers there. So 18 times 11 gives me 198, and 18 times m gives me negative 18m. Now I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to collect my like terms on the left-hand side. So that's going to be 25m minus 18m. When I subtract those, I'll get 7m plus 198 is equal to 233. And now I can solve this two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 198. Since I'm running out of room, I'm going to jump over to this side, and I'll have 7m is equal to 35, and I'm going to divide both sides by 7, and that's going to mean the number of storm doors that Richie sells is 5. So if he sells 5 storm doors, then I'm going to put that right back up here and do 11 minus 5. That means that n has to be 6 screen doors. So this problem does take a little bit of a higher algebraic concept skill set, but we're still able to figure out how many storm doors separate from how many screen doors. Please find your assignment on Google Classroom. Have a nice day.